My name is Ehimen Precious, and a graduate of the University of Nigeria on Suka, and I'm currently a teacher at Carrickwood College.
Wow, a teacher. What did you study?
I studied genetics and biotechnology.
So, teaching genetics, how does it relate?
Well, I'm teaching biology, so that should count for something, because that comes from biology. I have foundational knowledge in biology.
Okay. So, how are you seeing the teaching profession so far?
It has been good. There's the stress that comes with it, but it has been mostly good.
Are you part of those people that said I would never be a teacher?
Well, I've always loved to impart knowledge. I've just not seen myself as a classroom teacher. Okay. So this happening, it's like one of the things that I can do, but then I've never actually said I will not teach. I've just not said that will be what I will be doing, but then yeah, I'm doing.
All right, let's go down to today's topic, which is the rate of bullying in secondary school. You know, this topic has become of a real concern in our generations today, bullying, especially in school. You know, most of the things people learn, aside they are learning from the house, from the home, they also learn from the school. Most of the attitude they portray also from the school. And bullying is one of these attitudes that students develop in time. So let's talk about this rate of bullying in secondary school. So first, what is bullying and what are these? If there's any type of bullying, let the audience know about.
Okay, so bullying in its simplest form is one person trying to, not one person, many times bullying happen like in groups, and then you have individuals trying to oppress another person. So it's a kind of oppression, right? And sometimes it's with the intent to cause harm or to threaten a particular individual. So this can happen anywhere, really. It's not just in schools. This can happen at the workplace, but then it will now be like a different form. And like you said, there are different types of bullying. You have emotional bullying, and that will be gaslighting. And you have physical bullying, where you have an individual trying to inflict harm on the person and giving them threats, right? Most times death threats or physical threats, and yeah, you have that as a type of bullying. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, and someone asked this question when I posted the flyer of your invite. So someone asked this question: how can individual distinguish between typical interpersonal conflict and actual bullying?
Okay, so bullying is a form of oppression, like I said earlier. So it is usually not mutual. You said interpersonal conflict. Yes. So an interpersonal conflict means that there's like mutual disagreement.
Yes, like both of us have a problem.
Yes.
For the fact that I'm older than you and I'm trying to take advantage of you, are we referring to that as bullying?
Okay, now we really wouldn't call that bullying, because like you said, there has to be like if there's a relationship, for example, we're friends, right, and then we have a disagreement, as would every human being, right, because we're two different individuals, and then you have a problem, right, the fact that we are both disagreeing makes it interpersonal conflict. But if you alone have a problem, you have a problem with me for reasons best known to you. That's where bullying comes in, because you now try to pressure me, or you try to force me to do something, or you try to inflict pain. But the essence of bullying, yes, unnecessary pains on me, because I most likely not agree to what you want me to do. But then if it's like interpersonal conflict, you say, you want us to do this, and I say I'm not doing this, and you're like, why are you not doing this? And I tell you, because I don't want to do it, and so we just do not talk. So that would be like interpersonal conflict. There's like a mutual disagreement where if we have a conversation, we can come back to it. But bullying is not resolved with conversations, because what is causing the friction between the two individuals is just one person trying to claim, trying to claim dominance over another individual.
Okay. Now let's look at it from we have the government school, the boarding school, and the private school. Now, which of these set of school faces bullying more?
Okay, so I would say that the boarding houses experience a whole lot of bullying.
The boarding schools.
Yeah, the boarding schools. Now, you have private boarding schools and you have government boarding schools.
Okay.
Right? So,
attend any of the boarding school?
Yeah, I attended a government boarding school. I attended a
What's the
boarding school.
What's the rate of
The rate of bullying was 99%. 99.9%. Right? I think one thing people fail to understand is the fact that as far as you put different individuals of different age grades in a particular place, what we call bullying would definitely happen. Now, this is because
bullying is irresistible.
Yes, you can't actually remove it. Now, as we get older, now I'm not in any way justifying the punishments or like the wrong things that because I had seniors do crazy things. I had people break people's limbs literally. So that is extreme and that is like out of the situation. But what I'm trying to say is when you have children in a setting, you have children, teenagers of different ages, different classes. Already, because of the classes, you have already put levels to their relationships. Yeah. And once you have different individuals at different levels, you have a sort of oversight over the under ones. So let's say you put SS3 children with SS1, GS1, GS2. Yeah, so there's that seniority complex that enters into the equation, even for GS1 and GS2. Yes, I'm older than you, so I'm senior. So once there is that, there tends to be a feeling of when the junior does something, oh, you are doing it because of me. You are doing it to spite me. So generally, you now have children that, I'll be very honest, we have children that have really malicious hearts. And I would also not blame the seniors. Like I would not blame children that get to senior classes and they want to make out the same because that's what was done to them.
Now you said the boarding school is more common in boarding school.
Yes, it's more common.
Which one comes next? Is it the private school or the government secondary?
I would say the government secondary school. Private schools, yes. Because in private schools, the kids are focused on, right? Because the private school they pay really heavily. Yeah. Government schools, I mean, you just have teachers come when they want to come and they have their classes, and then you have the children attending school and they are mostly with their seniors. So you cannot compare prefects in a boarding school to prefects in a government school and prefects in a private school. They will all have different level of functions.
Yeah. What are those things that really causes bullying?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just look at those things. Let's list them out. Are they some students, are they born to bully people, or based on maybe what happens in their house or lack of parental care and things like that? So let's outline some of those things.
I think the beginning of the baseline for bullying many times is ego, right? You have seniors that wear their ego like a badge, right? So there's I am your senior, so you should do this. I am your senior, so we cannot walk on the same pavement. I'm your senior, so you shouldn't come to my class without greeting. Like just very random crazy stuff, really. I had that in my secondary school and it was wild, really. We couldn't walk on the same pavement with my seniors. We couldn't
I learned that when you go to the junior class that you have to stand up
and greet. Yeah,
that didn't happen during my time.
Exactly, because I went to a military school, and ranking is a serious thing in the military.
Very important.
Yes, so I think that also formed the culture that we had because we were taught to respect our seniors. So there was already this there was already this notion that your seniors are always ahead of you, right? But then because we are humans, when we look at the natural part of, my senior is 16, I'm 16, so you're just in SS3, I'm in SS2. There's no difference, really. And you tend to want to do anyhow and then just relate to them anyhow. Yeah, exactly. And then the senior proves to you that you're in SS2 doesn't really change the fact that you're still my junior. And so we now have that. So you have seniors that are shorter, right? So you can have the whole size thing. You have seniors that are really tiny and they have juniors that are way above them. Now they try to prove a point by making sure their voice is heard. The juniors get to fear them when they come to the dinings, and when they come to the halls, the seniors get to fear that this is a boarding house setting. right? So generally, I think the baseline for that is
The ego, the pride.
ego. Yes, there's the pride of being a senior.
Wow. Okay, let's go on this commercial break.
Welcome to Emerald House of Pastries and Events, where every bite tells a story and every event is a masterpiece. At Emerald, we don't just bake, we create edible works of art, blending passion to create pastries. Planning an event, we turn dreams into reality with exquisite decor. Visit us today and experience the taste of perfection. Emerald House of Pastries and Events, where sweetness meets sophistication.
Alright, welcome back, and we are still here with Miss. Is it Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Ehimen Precious. Yes, she's our guest today, and she finished from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Right?
Yes.
You are from
Edo State.
Edo State. Okay, now this is the Talk Your Mind section.
Okay.
And I have just two questions for you.
Oh,
and you promise my audience you answer them correctly. Honestly.
Well, it depends on what your question is.
Of course, something you can answer. We can ask a question out of the context of what you can answer.
Okay, fair enough.
Now the question one goes, at what age do you start dating?
Okay, so
don't lie.
Okay, yeah, so this is like
like, let me rephrase for people that don't understand. At what age did you have your first boyfriend?
Okay, beautiful. I think this question makes me laugh a lot because people don't get to believe when I say my answer, right? So
I'll believe today.
Okay, so truth be told, right, I've actually never dated anyone. That's the truth. I've actually never dated anyone.
Viewers, really believe this?
But that's the truth. Actually.
Even the camera, they are already nodding their head that they are not. You've never dated anyone?
Yeah, I've actually never actively been in a relationship. I've never dated anyone. I've never had an ex. That's like what it means. I've never dated anyone.
I'm single and searching. We can start from there.
Okay, that's fair.
So
enough.
you've not dated anybody?
No, I've
before?
actually never dated anyone. Like,
wow,
very, very honest, brutally honest.
Oh, that's very now society today. It's very difficult to believe. You know. Now the second question: can you burn your degree, university degree, and your NYC degree for 100 million naira?
It depends. 100 million naira or 100 million dollars.
100 million. 100 million naira is way too big as well.
It depends. That's what my question is.
You put the certificate on the floor, and the NYC and your UNN light it with fire, then you watch it burn to ashes.
That's what I'm saying now. So 100 million naira.
Cash inside Ghana must go. Yes.
Okay, so truth be told, I'm wanting my certificate now and my NYC certificate. Would I be able to do that?
100 million naira.
Yes, I'll be able to do that. Yes, I'll be able to burn it. Well, because the knowledge stays with me.
Let's just go with this last question before we call it a day. Now the question goes, what are the common signs that someone is being bullied? What are those signs that you will see to know that someone is passing through bullying? Yes.
Okay. Usually, students who are bullied. Now, the reason why it's different. Now, there are like different forms of bullying, like I said earlier, right? And the same thing with secondary schools or primary schools. For example, you have if it's a particular student constantly being bullied, right? What you'd get to have is that the student is very reluctant. For example, a day school, the child is reluctant to go into school, and the child withdraws from school activities. You notice that there's no passion usually. As time goes by, children will want to always like go to school.
Sometimes be secretive as well.
Yeah, so there will be that decline in going to school or wanting to be around their schoolmates. And then for those that know them in school, they notice that they no longer talk as much as they do, and they are scared of sets of people. Now, if it's like a group bullying, such that you have like a group of seniors bullying a particular child, you notice that the particular child is scared of sets of individuals. And so when it's anything that has to do with them, the child tries to avoid it. And that child would obviously have a decline in his academics.
Come to the end of today's segment on Talk Your Mind. We're so happy and honored to have you, ma.
Thank you.
Hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Same host, same station, same everything. I remain with Hacking Success.